Greetings to everyone. I am Rangeeta Aary, a student of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, University of Lucknow, Department of Civil Engineering. I am here for my seminar presentation on the topic hydroelectric power plant. So, moving on to next slide. So these are my table of contents. First, introduction. Second, site selection of hydropower plant. After, process of hydroelectric power generation and its application. Case study first, New Tehri Dam in India, and case study second, Three Gorges Dam in China. References. This is the introduction of hydroelectric power plant. First point, a hydroelectric power is the one of the most widely used renewable energy source, providing a clean, reliable, sustainable solution for electricity generation. Here, reliable means can consistently supply electricity, and sustainable means involving the use of natural products and energy in a way that does not harm the environment. Next point is dam creating reservoir that store water which is then released to spin turbines generating electricity. Next point, the fundamental principle behind hydroelectric power is converting the kinetic and potential energy of water into energy. Electrical energy, where potential energy means is the energy stored in water due to its position above a dam or below a hills, and this energy is converted into kinetic energy as the flow of water. And here kinetic energy means kinetic energy is the form of energy that an object or a particles has by regions of its motion. Next point is 15% of the total electric power in the world is provided by hydroelectric power plant, almost 4210 terawatt in 2023. This unit is TWH. Next point is the world's hydropower potential is around 15000 terawatts per year, and the hydropower potential of India is around 145,000 megawatt, and at 16% lead factor it can meet the demand of around 8500 megawatt. In India, 25.32% of total electricity generation capacity is produced by power plant. Now moving on to next slide. Here discuss about site selection of hydropower plant. In this plant, factor considered for selecting the site for hydropower plant. First is most important things, availability of waters, and next water storage, water head, accessibility of site, distance for the load center, geological characteristics of site. Here also show the figure systematic layout of the hydroelectric power plant. Moving on to next slide. Here discuss about process of hydroelectric power generation. First thing is water collection. This create a reservoir which store a large volume of water at high elevation. And next is water release. In water release from reservoir through a controlled opening gate in the dam by a large pipe called penstoke. What is the penstoke? Penstoke is channels the flowing water towards the turbine. Now what is the turbine? Turbine convert the kinetic energy of the water into mechanical energy through its rotation. Converting of turbine. How to work? First, turbine convert shaft convert generation electricity through the generator, फिर after convert transformer and after power grid. Next point is generator. The generator takes the mechanical energy produced by turbine or engine and converting it into electrical energy that can use to power homes, business and industrials. Now here moving the next slide also discuss process of hydroelectric power generation. Now here first point is transformer. The electricity generated is at relatively low voltage which sent to transformer for steps of this voltage to a higher level suitable for efficient transmission over long distance. Next point is power transmission. The generation electricity is transmitted to the power grid, means distribution line, and distributed to the consumers. Next point is water return. After passing through the turbine, the water exits the systems and flow back into the river or used for the other purpose like industries, homes and agricultures. Next point is spillway. During a period of high water flow or heavy rainfall, excess water may need to be released from the reservoir to prevent overflow or damages is called spillway. Now moving next slide. Now here discuss about application of hydroelectric power plant. First is generation of electric power and next storage of irrigation water. Next to control the flood in the river. Storage of drinking water supply. Next is it is a renewable energy sources reducing reliance fossil fuels. And next is support ecosystems conservation by providing a renewable energy sources and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Now move on our next slide. Here discuss about case study. My first case study is New Tehri Dam in India. First point is project overview. Country India. Location New Tehri, Tehri Garhwal district, Uttarakhand, India. Status of New Tehri Dam is operational. Construction began 1978. Opening date 2006. Construction cost 2963.66 crore US dollar 2.5 billions. Owner THDC Tehri Hydro Development Corporation India Limited. Now second point is dam and spillway. First, types of dam: embankment, earth and rock fill. Impound Bhagirathi River, height 260.5 meter, 855 feet, length 575 meter, 1886 feet and width 20 meter, 66 feet. Width base 1128 meter 3701 feet. Spillway and spillway types 2 and gate controls means 2 spillway and spillway types 2 gate controls. Spillway capacity 15540 meter cube per second and 549,000 cube feet per second. Now moving on a next slide. Also discuss about reservoir power station challenges of Tehri Dam. First is reservoir total capacity is 3.54 kilometer cube and surface area is 42 kilometer square and power station commission date is 2006 and types PNO turbines Francis pump turbines now installed capacity 1000 megawatt and here discuss about the challenges of Tehri dams. First, environmental degradation, deforestation, habitat losses and disruption of a natural river flow have affected the ecosystems and surrounding environments. Next point, display the local communities. Over 100,000 people were displaced due to the dam's construction, leading to social and economical problems. High cost construction means next point is high construction cost. The cost of dam is rate 18,000 crore and technical issue is the dam has experienced power generation and transmission problem. Now moving on to next slide. Here discuss about power generation and environmental issue. First is power generation. The main powerhouse of Tehri Dam that house 4 generators, each capable of producing 250 megawatt of power. Here show the powerhouse of Tehri Dam, figure number 3. Now next is environmental issue. First point is the Tehri Dam has been the object of protest by environmental organizations and local people of the regions. Next point is the protest was against the displacement of towns, inhabitants of an environmental consequence of the weak ecosystems. Next is in addition to the human right concern, the project has spurred concerns about the environmental consequences of locating such a large dams in the fragile ecosystems of the Himalayan foothills. Now second point is there are further concerns regarding the dam's geological stabilities. Now next point is the relocation of more than 1,100 peoples from the area has led to protected legal battles over resettlement rights and ultimately resulted in the project's delayed completion. Now moving on next slide. Here discuss the case study second. Three Gorges Dam in China. Project overview. Country China. Location Three Gorges Dams. Yangtze River, China. Status operational. Construction began December 14, 1994. Completed 2012. Construction cost $203 billion, US dollar 31.765 billions. Owner China. Yangtze Power. Subsidiary of China Three Gorges Corporation. Next point is dam and spillway. Types of dam: gravity dam, impounds. Yangtze River, height 181 meters, 594 feet, length 2335 meters, 7661 feet, width, crest 40 meters and 131 feet, and width weighs 115 meter, 377 feet. Dam volume 27.2 million. Here 35.6 million cubic yard. Spillway capacity 116,000 meter cube per second. 41,000,000 cube feet per second. Now moving on next slide, also discuss the three gorgeous dams. On the topic of reservoir power station, and also discuss the magical points challenges. Now first point is reservoir. Total capacity is 39.3 kilometer cube. Surface area 1084 kilometer square. Power station. Next point. Commission date 2003 to 2012. Types: conventional turbines 2 into 50 megawatt. Francis types. Installed capacity 22500 megawatt. Now next point is magical point. Here three Gorges dam is 0.06 microseconds to each day affected the earth rotations. Now next point is challenges. Environmental impact. First point. Display over 1.4 million peoples. Altered ecosystems and affected aquatic life. And now second point is high cost. One of the most expensive infrastructures in history. Technical challenges. Complex engineering and construction process. Now next point is social impact. Resettlement and compensation issue for displaced communities. Now move on to next slide. Also discuss about three gorgeous dams, flood agriculture's industries, and also discuss about power generation and distribution. First point is power generation and distribution. Electricity produced in a China by source compares. The full completed Three Gorges Dam contributed about 100 terawatt hours of the generation per year. Here, here show the graph. On the basis of graph, maximum power generation by fossil fuels. And second is hydropower plant. Generate the electricity. The energy generation of the hydropower plant is less as compare fossil fuels. And next is other renewable energy generation. It is less as compare both, means fossil fuels and hydroelectric. And after that nuclear, it is very low energy generation. Now discuss about on the topic flood agriculture's industries. The reservoir's flood storage capacity is 22 km cube. An important function of the dam is control flooding, which is a major problem for the seasonal river of the youngest. Here show the graph, water level and inflow during the 2020 China floods. In the graph, maximum water level is 175 meters and maximum inflow is 70,000 meter cube per second. Warning water level is 145 meters and inflow is 10,000 meter cube per second. Now moving on the next slide. These are the references. Thank you for valuable times.